We'll discuss Unit 3, Matter. Lesson 1 is the particle nature of matter. To explain the properties of solids, liquids, and gases based on the particle nature of matter. Next is to explain physical changes of matter in terms of arrangement, motion of atoms and molecules. And lastly is to classify pure substances and mixtures. The characteristics of gases, liquids, and solids are as follows. Solid retains a fixed volume and shape, has rigid particles, not easily compressible, and does not flow easily. Liquid assumes the shape of the container it occupies, not easily compressible, and flows easily. Gas assumes the shape and volume of the container, compressible, and flows easily. Matter undergoes changes as follows. The constant temperature at which pure solid changes into liquid is called melting point. The constant temperature at which pure liquid changes into a gas is called its boiling point. Melting is a change from solid to liquid. Evaporation is the change from liquid to gas at room temperature. Boiling is the change from liquid to gas at a specific temperature. Sublimation is a direct change from solid to gas. Solidification or freezing is a change from liquid to solid. Condensation is a change from gas to liquid. Matter is classified as pure substances and mixture. An element is a pure substance composed of the same type of atoms. Example, gold, oxygen. A compound is a pure substance made up of more than one type of atom. Example, water and carbon dioxide. A mixture, however, is made up of different compounds and elements. Example, air and seawater. Greek scientists and philosophers like Democritus and Leucippus have generally agreed that everything that takes up space or matter is made up of tiny bits of material that have come to be known as elementary particles. Democritus believed that what he called atoms were the smallest particle of matter. It was only after several studies that showed up that there are other small kinds of particles that make up each atom. We can explain how substance changes from one state to another through the kinetic molecular theory. The theory explains how matter behaves and is based on the idea that all matter is made up of tiny particles. This theory explains the physical properties of matter in terms of the movement of its constituent particles. When heated, particles of solid vibrate faster as they gain energy. Because of this, volume of solid increases and expansion happens. The changes in the states of matter. A substance can be changed from one state into another when it is heated or cooled. The changes in the state of substance can be explained using the kinetic theory model. The four basic principles of the particle model of matter are as follows. Matter is made up of tiny particles. There is empty space between the particles. The particles are in constant motion. There are forces act between particles. The particles of solid are closely packed in a fixed pattern. When the solid is heated, the particles receive heat energy. The kinetic energy of the particles increases and the particles vibrate faster. At the melting point, the particles vibrate so much that they break away from fixed positions. The solid becomes liquid. The temperature at which solid changes into the liquid state is called melting point. Let's have liquid. When a liquid is continuously heated, the particles receive more energy and move even faster. They collide with each other even more often. Next, at the boiling point, the particles receive enough energy to overcome the forces of attraction, holding them together. The particles in the liquid state break loose to become gaseous state. When the liquid is cooled, the movement of the particles slows down. Stronger forces of attraction between the particles are formed. The particles are arranged in orderly manner in solid state. The particles by which the liquid changes into solid is called solidification. The temperature at which this process occurs is called freezing point. The melting point and the freezing point of a substance have the same value. Let's have gas. When a gas is cooled, the particle loses kinetic energy. The movement of the particles slows down. The forces of attraction between the particles are formed, which hold the particles together in liquid state. The process whereby the gas changes into liquid is called condensation. The temperature at which gas condenses to the liquid state is the boiling point. Certain substances do not melt when heated. They change directly from solid to gaseous state. This is called sublimation. Let us show the table 1 wherein change of states of substance. Let us show the table 1 change of state of substances and energy involved. We may see that the change of state, physical process, and change in energy. So when solid changes to liquid, the process would be melting, and the change in energy is heat energy is absorbed. Next is liquid to gas. Process would be boiling or evaporation. For the change in energy is heat energy is absorbed also. For solid to gas, the process is sublimation. Heat energy is absorbed in change in energy. Next is gas to solid. The process involved here is sublimation. The change in energy is, or the heat energy is given out. And so on and so forth. Let us show the heating curve of solid. Number 1, this is a state of solid. Number 2 is state of solid and liquid. And the solid is melting. Number 3 is the state of liquid. And for number 4 is the pictures of liquid and gas. The liquid is evaporating. Number 5, the state is gas.